Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In the previous session, we discussed about the states of matter, properties of matter, and we also discussed about the latent heat and the vapor pressure of different substances. Now let us further discuss about the sublimation critical point and eutectic mixture in this session. First of all, let us try to understand what is sublimation. So basically sublimation is the process of conversion of solid directly into the gas. Now without undergoing the liquid state. Normally the process is solid gets converted, melted down to liquid and then it gets converted into vapor. But sublimation is little different in a way that we bypass the liquid state. We are directly getting the substance get converted from the solid state to the liquid or vapor state. So this process actually happens at a particular and a specific temperature or the pressure. And beyond this temperature or pressure, the process of sublimation cannot take place. So this is known as the critical point. So now what is the critical point? Critical point is the temperature at which solid gets directly converted into the gaseous state, in the vapor state. And otherwise, what is the normal protocol? Normally solid get converted into liquid, and as we heat further, it gets converted into gas. But at a specific temperature, when a solid is being heated out, the process of sublimation takes place, whereby the solids get converted into the gaseous state. You can understand better with this graph. In this graph, you can see the triple point. So it is the point whereby when we are heating the solid, it gets converted. Normally you can see normal protocol is the green phase, whereby you can see solid gets converted into the liquid phase. Then when it is being heated down further, it gets converted into the vapor phase. And triple point is the point at which the solid is getting it is the point at which the three states exist and the phase change basically takes place. So you can see at the red dot as a point whereby on one side it is on the red color side you can see it is the solid phase, blue color is the liquid phase, and third gray color is the gaseous phase. Now when we heat the substance further, we reaches to the critical point. So critical point is the point whereby another type of the conversions takes place, where you get further about the supercritical fluid. And this is the point whereby you all the time you have another three phases: liquid, supercritical fluid, and gas. So when you plot the diagram of temperature versus pressure, so this is only the specific point whereby this transition takes place. So solid getting converted directly into the vapor phase, and this is the sublimation and the critical point. So if I give you the temperature and the pressure condition for any drug substance, from the help of this diagram, you can simply you simply tell me at that temperature pressure condition whether the substance would exist in the solid form, or it will exist in the liquid form, or it will exist in the gaseous phase. So by knowing the particular temperature and the pressure condition, you can determine the state of the matter of that particular substance. So from this diagram you can clearly visualize the triple point, you can clearly visualize the critical point. One thing to note over here is that the diagram clearly says that triple point, the substance is getting converted into solid phase. If you increase the temperature further, it gets converted into the vapor phase. So, and when you increase the further about the vapor phase, it will get converted into the supercritical fluid. And the dotted line shows you these transition, and the fixed line, green line, fixed line shows you the normal process whereby when you heat any solid substances, it gets converted into the liquid, and then when you heat it further, it gets converted into the vapor phase. Now let us try to understand about the eutectic mixture. So when we talk broadly, eutectic mixture is actually a mixture of two substances. Now these two substances are two different substances, for example solid A and solid B. Now when we are mixing them at a particular ratio, solid A and solid B will inhibit the crystallization process of each other. And this inhibition of crystallization basically results in the formation of a mixture which is having lower melting point, then either solid A and solid B. That is their individual melting point. So the melting point gets lower down because both the substances inhibit their crystallization state. So now eutectic mixtures are basically the specific mixtures of specific substances, and that too mixed in a particular ratio at a particular temperature. So they have the melting point which is lower than either of their melting point. You can understand it better by taking the example of ibuprofen and thymol. Ibuprofen individual has the melting point of 62 degrees Celsius. Thymol has a melting point of 42 degrees Celsius. But when we mix them in the ratio of 2:3, we get a eutectic mixture, and this mixture is having a melting point of 37 degrees Celsius, which is lower for the ibuprofen as well as thymol. But this happens at a particular specific ratio only. Now you got idea what is eutectic mixture. Eutectic mixtures have altogether a lower melting point as compared to their individual components, individual mixtures. But now why we go ahead further studying the eutectic mixtures? Now, since these mixtures can be formed between the different active pharmaceutical ingredients, between different excipients, or like between excipient to excipient also. So like when we go ahead for the formulation of drug substances, we need to understand the chemical and physical properties of these substances, because formulation development is a challenge. If you're not aware about the properties of the drug substance of the excipients, they may interact to form the eutectic mixtures. So like that was the purpose of understanding the pre-formulation study as well, that during this study you try to know and understand whether the combination of the active pharmaceutical ingredient along with that specific excipient you're going to take for the formulation development is forming eutectic mixture or not. In case it is forming the eutectic mixture, then you have to plan your dosage form development accordingly. The reason being, if you're planning for a tablet dosage form and when you're mixing these particular specific ingredients, and if they do result out in the formation of eutectic mixture, and they get their melting point lowered, and if you're punching through the compression machine, this compression force will result in the at that temperature it may melt out the substance. So in that case you cannot go ahead for the formulation of the tablets. So my dear viewers, it is very important here to understand that in pharmacy, in pharmaceutical dosage form development, it is very pertinent and important to understand the chemical and physical properties of the drug substance, of the excipients, so that they don't form eutectic mixtures. And even if the eutectic mixtures are being formed out, you need to decide and go ahead for the dosage form development accordingly. Now, there are certain factors which actually governs the formation of the eutectic mixtures. When the two substances, the two components must be miscible in the liquid state and mostly immiscible in the solid state. So, those two, for example, solid A and solid B, they should mostly be immiscible in the solid state, but they should be miscible in the liquid state. And they should be in immediate contact with each other for the eutectic mixture formation. Now, this is necessary for the contact-induced melting point depression. The component should have chemical groups that can interact to form the physical bonds, such as intermolecular hydrogen bonding, etc. So, my dear students, you can understand when two substances are mixed together, if they are able to form that chemical bonding, that will help down to in the formation of a mixture. It is very important to note here is that eutectic mixture don't result in the formation of new substance. This is very important to understand. They just alter the property of melting point only. They don't altogether mix to form a new substance. They maintain their integrity, but they at a specific temperature only they are able to, and in a particular ratio only they are able to lower down the melting point. Now, melting point is being reduced since they inhibit the crystallization process of each other. They interact in the formation of some bonds and like some other properties alteration, which results in the lowering of the melting point. So the molecules of both the substances which are about to be mixed are in accordance to the modified Van 't Hoff equation, and then only they can form the eutectic mixtures. So these are the conditions to be fulfilled for the formation of eutectic mixtures. Now let us try to understand the different applications of the eutectic mixtures in the pharmaceutical industry. So now you got to know about the eutectic mixtures. Now you should understand its wide applications. So during pre-formulation stage, compatibility studies between the drug product and the excipient is very important. So in order to understand that there is no sort of the compatibility between the APIs and excipient plays a very important role in the excipient selection. If you know that your API is going to interact with the excipient and going to form the eutectic mixtures, then the formulation development altogether becomes a challenge. So it helps actually in the selection of the proper and appropriate excipient. Moreover, eutectic mixtures can also help in the anticipation of the probable physical incompatibilities between drug and excipients. As I have given you the examples of if two substances or combinations. So suppose I am going to form a combination tablet of two drugs. I should know well in advance that they are not forming any sort of the eutectic mixtures, because otherwise if I am going to make the tablet, the lowered melting point will result in the meltdown of the substance. So I cannot form the desired form of the desired strength of the tablet. Moreover, eutectic mixtures are nowadays also used in designing, drug designing and delivery process for various routes of administration. For example, liquid dosage forms, or they are formed into different sorts of they help, this information actually helps down in the development of the dosage forms. Apart from that, during the manufacturing of the pharmaceutical dosage forms also, it is very essential to anticipate the formation of eutectic mixtures so as to avoid any sort of the manufacturing problems. So like when we have seen in the technology transfer also, we need to understand the properties, the chemical properties, the physical properties of the active pharmaceutical ingredient and the excipients. There should not be any sort of the interaction. There should not be any chances of the formation of the eutectic mixtures. Otherwise, what will happen is that it becomes a challenge to develop it into the desired dosage form. And we also have to design and formulate the dosage form accordingly. Moreover, during the pharmaceutical analysis also, the understanding of the eutectic mixtures can also help in the identification of the compounds having similar melting points. So if I give you a eutectic mixture, you can identify the constituent substances and although which may have the different melting points. Compounds having similar melting points as a rule will have a different eutectic point with a common other components. So this rule has been worked out that compounds which are having the similar or in the same series of the melting, for example 32 degrees Celsius or 34 degrees Celsius, so they will have a different eutectic points. So this knowledge can actually help us in the identification of the different compounds. For example, the identification of ergotamine or allobarbital can be done using the help of the eutectic mixtures. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates.